welcome to this live broadcast here of Toronto's third preseason game versus the Detroit Red Wings. The Leafs are coming off a poor 4-1 result versus Ottawa, which was not televised by us here on this channel. But this is the first game that Bernier will be starting as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Lineups are very similar for the Toronto Maple Leafs from the last game that we televised. The only difference is that as Mark Fraser is serving his final game in his suspension, he will be replaced tonight by Jesse Blacker, wearing number 30 on the third D pair, and everybody was bumped up one. Paul Ranger is now on the first line D, and Corbinian Holzer is on the second defensive pair. But we're getting ready to go here. Leo Komarov and Stephen Weiss at the face-off, and that's going to be won by Stephen Weiss. Back to the defense. Brendan Smith now with the puck. He's looking to impress some of the Detroit staff, and he has a good shot at making this team. But that's two big hits to start the game. Toronto getting physical right away as they did in the last Tampa Bay game, and that's a penalty. That's going to be on Johan Franzen for slashing, I think. And Jerry D'Amigo's just going to dump that down, and they're going to take the penalty. It's going to just be 2 minutes, but yes, it is against Johan Franzen. Let's take a look at that replay. So as you can see, yeah, that was just he looked like he tried to lift Ashton's stick but missed and hit his glove, and that's always going to be a penalty. But now Leafs on the power play. They have an interesting power play look today. It looks like every single one of their centers that is looking to make a spot on this team is on the first line, with Trevor Smith, Joe Colburn, and Leo Komarov, that is. But Colburn just gave that puck away right to Dick Keyser, and that's going to be dumped, and Lyles is chasing that puck. And he gets it taken away by Emerton, and Emerton gets a quick shot. And Detroit getting some pressure here shorthanded, but Leo Komarov gets it, and he's going to skate it up past the blue line into the Detroit zone, and that's a quick shot, and Mrazek, oh my gosh, what a hit! Sproul was just demolished into the net by Trevor Smith. I'm surprised that there was no retaliation from Sproul. He was hit right into the goalpost. I hope that Sproul's okay, because that can be painful. It looked like it hit him where there's some padding, though. But Sam Carrick now on the face-off. He loses it. And that's another big hit from Toronto. Toronto getting tons of big hits, and it's not even 5 minutes into the first period. And there's another one. Jesse Blacker this time. Looking to make an opportunity. He's looking to be an opportunist here today, as he's only going to probably get 2 games in the preseason unless he plays phenomenally tonight. But that's a replay of his big hit on Abdelkader. Abdelkader's an NHLer. So Jesse Blacker, he's got some good hitting power. He's probably going to be one of the top 4 defensemen in the AHL this year. But Joel Colbert now with the puck, and that's just going to be a slap shot, and he nearly hit the net there. And Anderson just got checked on the sideboards. That looked painful. But Detroit strips the puck from Lyles, and that was a quick shot on goal. He missed the net. Bernier hasn't really been tested yet. There's been a few quick shots on goal, but nothing too serious yet for Toronto to worry about. But that's a quick shot from Komarov, and that's going to be covered by Mrazek, and it almost went into his own net after bouncing off of Brendan Smith. But Abdelkader now with the puck, crossing the middle line. And, Samuelson set up, and that's a nice block. And Lyles now with the puck, skating up, passes it to Trevor Smith. Trevor Smith into Detroit zone. He dekes around a couple defensemen, circling back around, and that's a pass back to the defenseman, and that's a nice slap shot. Now back to Lyles again, and Lyles is demolished, but Smith keeps control of the puck. And it's gonna go to Nyquist, and they're gonna clear it probably. No, they're gonna skate it up by themselves. Abdelkader now with the puck. Nobody there to help him. Looks like they're gonna change, and he's just gonna lose the puck, and it goes to John Michael Lyles. Lyles skating up the left side board. And he dekes it in the middle, and he stood up and gets the puck taken away. 2-2 now, I think, with the puck. Yes, 2-2 now with the puck. Over to Lashoff. Lashoff takes a slap shot. Nice save, Bernier. Nice blocker save. Showing why he should get that #1 job and not Reimer. But Spencer Abbott now cuts into the middle, deke around a defenseman, a fake slap shot. Oh, and he almost scored on that half wraparound. And a spinorama from Trevor Smith. That was a poor choice. And Franzen! Sorry, not Franzen. Franzen. Franzen got stood up there. But Tyler Biggs now with the puck. He's looking to maybe get first line AHL time this year. And that's a nice shot on goal. But the net is going to come off the magnets. And that will be a stoppage in play. Tyler Biggs came hard into the net, took a quick backhander, hoping to beat Mrazek, the Czech Republic native, but he was unable to. Mrazek, a few of you may know who's watching this, from who are big hockey fans, who watched the 2011, I think it was, World Junior Championships, the game against the USA. That was one of my personal favorites, where he took the shot on goal and almost scored, actually. But Detroit took a shot there, and Bernier covered it up, but he's going to pass it out to TJ Brennan. And he loses it, and ooh, there's some jostling going over there with Brennan and number 21. I think 21 is Anderson, yeah. Oh, and there's a replay of what may have sparked that to happen. Uh, Anderson took a big check on Brennan, and he saw him near the boards, and he wanted to go, but Anderson didn't want to go right now. But Tyler Biggs is just hit hard. He tried to deke around some of the defenders, it looks like, but Biggs isn't the best guy to be. Oh, wow. Big hit on Bertuzzi, I think that was. No, that's not Bertuzzi. I'm not too sure who it was. Sorry. But Smith just lost the puck there, and that's a big hit on Stephen Weiss from John Michael Lyles, making a big impression this year, looking to make that NHL starting roster, and that's a nice shot from Tyler Biggs. He got into space, and that's going to be the end of the first period here. Score still 0-0. Mrazek has played well. Bernier has played well. Ooh, that's just a replay of the Sproul hit. Still looks painful now. But this is just some of the highlights of the first period if you missed it. And score after the first period is 0-0. Hello, and we are back here for the second period here in Detroit, Michigan at the Joe Louis Arena. The score is 0-0, and both starting lines are out. And Komarov wins the draw here against Stephen Weiss. And Paul Ranger, haven't seen much of him yet, but he's skating around and he's getting in deep, but DeKeyser stops that. And oh, Smith gave that away, and Paul Ranger is back with the puck. Now it goes back to Jerry D'Amigo. Jerry D'Amigo's getting everybody set. Lyles now with the puck. Skating around, and that's a slap shot, and it hits a player in front. And D'Amigo with a shot. Oh, and Ashton missed the puck in midair. That if he hit that, that would have been a sure goal. And Bertuzzi stood up there after a shot. Nothing to worry about there for Bernier. That was an easy save. But that's a saucer pass up to Carter Ashton. Carter Ashton had the only goal in the loss to Tampa Bay 5-1 last time we were on air. Paul Ranger with a nice wrister almost beat Mrazek low there. But now coming up the wing, Stephen Weiss. Oh, wow! Franzen nearly scored there. I don't think Bernier was really expecting Stephen Weiss to pass to the middle there to Franzen. I think he thought that he was covered. But now, Detroit had some good pressure there, but that's broken up by Lyles. And now Biggs with a nice deke around the last defender, but he was stopped in his tracks. Now Sproul with the puck, skating around over to Lashoff. Lashoff looking to get some space. Oh, and that's nearly intercepted by Mason Raymond. Mason Raymond in his first game today. Forgot to mention that he was signing earlier this week. But yeah, his contract is undisclosed, but it is projected to be around $2 million for 1 year. And that's a nice glove from Bernier, and he's just going to cover that up. But it looks like Troy Bodie's trying to get something ignited. He's trying to get in a fight here. Nope, Samuelson is not going to fight here. He knows better. Samuelson's a veteran. He's not going to fight with Bodie, but Bodie tried. And here's a replay of the Franzen shot. Franzen, sorry. I'm saying it the Americanized way. I should be saying it the Swedish way, as that's his homeland. But Joe Colburn with the win. Kenny Ryan, you haven't seen much of the second line yet with Troy Bodie, Joe Colburn, and Jerry D'Amigo. Sorry, not Jerry D'Amigo. Kenny Ryan. But here's some more tussling in front of the net. Well, to the side of the net, sorry, with Bodie and this time Smith. Smith didn't look like he wanted to fight. But Kenny Ryan had a nice wrist shot there. It looked like it was deflected, and that's why it looked like a harder shot to stop. And yes, it bounced off a foot and a stick. And Mrazek, sorry, he almost had a hard time corralling that puck. But now an offensive zone faceoff for Toronto, and that's going to be a loss to Anderson. A big hit. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty. Carter Ashton looked like he went to poke the puck a bit and accidentally tripped. Who was it there? Ferrero, I think. But yeah, that definitely was a trip. Not the best of Ashton, but that's definitely two. Now on the PK for the first time today, Toronto is. They're looking to, Joe Colburn actually specifically is looking to do good here on the power play. Sorry, not the power play, the penalty kill, as he's a big body and he could possibly be Oh, was that a yes? Komarov accidentally skied it, I think, and that's gonna be a 5-on-3 now for Detroit. As you see here, he just flicks it up in his own zone, and it looks like didn't hit any glass, and it's delay of game. That's a penalty that some people were warning about last year in the playoffs, especially with that TSN song that they made. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but that was definitely an interesting. Oh no, he hits the post. Gustav Nyquist looked like he hit the post, and Toronto's just gonna clear that to Mrazek. Nyquist now with the puck again. He's looking to get another shot maybe. Back around the boards to Smith. Back down to Nyquist. Into the middle. Oh, that's a great save, Bernier. He had to stretch out a bit to get that one. And Toronto clears again. They're still on the 5-on-3 for 30 more seconds. And that's a big hit. And now I think that's Paul Ranger with the puck. And he loses it. Sorry, that wasn't Paul Ranger. That was Jesse Blacker. But now Trevor Smith, and he's just going to clear it, try to hold it as long as he could. And now the 5-on-3 is over. It is now 5-on-4 for another 30 seconds. And that's a big hit from TJ Brennan. Brennan looking to press. He hasn't been too prominent in this game. And that was a nice shot from Nyquist. Back to the plane. Trevor Smith. Oh, sorry. Not Trevor Smith. Brennan Smith scores off of the slap shot from Detroit. Now, was it tipped? Or was it Brennan Smith? No, it looks like it's going to be Brennan Smith's goal. It may have been tipped in front by a Toronto Maple Leaf player. Doesn't look like it. Here's a good angle. And that's a nice slap shot. And that's just straight in. Bernier. Probably should have stopped that one with the blocker. Was a little late on the reaction time. And that's going to be a power play goal from Brendan Smith. DeKeyser now with the puck. And, oh, nice pass to Emerton. And through and 2-2. Oh, what a blocker save from Bernier. Holzer now with the puck. Tries to skate it off. It goes off of Joe Colburn's stick and right to Detroit. But Corbinian and Holzer now with the puck. Passes it up to Troy Bodie. And Bodie takes a shot. And that looks like it was deflected wide. And that's going to be dumped in by Detroit. Corbinian and Holzer again with the puck. And he deked out 2-2. That was a nice deke. And that's a slap shot. And that almost snuck through Mrazek there. Komarov now to the dot. And he's going to lose that to Weiss again. Weiss has just been overmatching Komarov a fair bit today. But Bertuzzi now with the puck on the right-hand side boards. And that's a big hit. Oh my. What a huge hit. My word. I'm surprised that nobody retaliated there. But that's the end of the second. Here's just some replays of the highlights of the period. But here's the goal that put Detroit ahead from Brennan Smith to make it 1-0 for Detroit. Hello, and we are back here for the final period here in this preseason match with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings. Now get used to these two guys facing off, as these two teams will be facing each other in the Winter Classic this year, and Ranger snuck through the defense there a bit. Maybe he's got some elusiveness on his side. I'm just joking around. He's a bigger guy. Not super huge, but he's got a decent amount of size. But it looked like Carter Ashton wanted to fight there. It looks like they want to spark. But Trevor Smith now, the third line's out. You haven't seen much of them out today. But Samuelson now with the puck. Passes it back to Sproul. Now over to Lashoff. Lashoff is stood up and knocked down at center ice. Keep your head up, boys, or else you're going to get hurt. It may be an exhibition match, but that doesn't matter. And now that's a quick shot, and that almost knuckleballed Mrazek there in net. And that's a big hit. I think that was from Corbinian Holzer, actually. He's a German, and he actually played on the... Oh, my! Sorry, I was interrupted rudely by TJ Brandon with a huge hit. But Tyler Biggs now with the puck, and he tried to skate through the middle, but that didn't work. Anyways, Corbinian Holzer actually played on the German Olympic squad in 2010. But now we got some rough stuff in the front of the net with Tyler Biggs and Brett Lashoff, I think his name is. It's either Brett or Brian. I'm sorry about that. But Mrazek is gonna cover that up, and we got some more action in front of the net. Colburn and this time Emerton, I think. I think the ref's gonna call one of these guys soon for roughing. The refs don't like to see this too often. They let it go every now and again, especially in these kind of rivalry games. But they don't like to see it too often. Colburn now with the puck, skating in. He's in the offensive zone, shielding the puck and right to the net, and that's stopped by Mrazek. Emerton now with the puck, up the ice, and that's intercepted by Bodie. Bodie coming down the wing, and he's almost stripped. But that's it in the middle, and a great save by Mrazek. 2-2 now with the puck, and that's almost intercepted as well. Detroit's just fumbling all over the puck. Toronto's getting good pressure. But now Jesse Blacker had the puck. He passed it up to Colburn. Colburn made a nice deke there. But he's stood up and loses the puck. And that's a big hit in the corner. I think that was Bodie finishing his check. And now Jesse Blacker making good of his chance. That's another big check. Todd Bertuzzi now with the puck. Back to Lashoff. Lashoff shots. And that's a nice save from Bernier. He couldn't see that much. I think that's Stephen Weiss who was standing in front of him. But and that's a tip shot. Weiss tipped that from, I think that was Brennan Smith who shot. But now Marshall and Weiss are going at it a bit in front of the net. Oh, and yep, I said it. So it's going to be a penalty. This time it's on Toronto. After the whistle, it looks like it's going to be to Colburn for roughing. Let's take a look at what he did. He was off camera. We were able to get a picture. Ooh, wow, that's a rough call for Colburn. I think they may have got the wrong guy there. I think they meant to call Kevin Marshall, but it's a bad call by the refs. It should have been on Kevin Marshall or someone else, or Stephen Weiss that got the penalty. But now Detroit on the power play, and that's a shot, and that's a nice block from John Michael Lyles, and it looks like he's going to clear. Yes, he does, but that's blocked by DeKeyser. DeKeyser now with the puck after it went Smith. Abdulkader, I think, with the puck now, and that's just going to be a low shot on goal to Bernier, and he's going to cover that up. But Jesse Blacker and Mikhail Samuelson had a little chat. Trevor Smith lost the draw, and that's a shot and scores! Brendan Smith, another goal. Make it 2-0 with 5:29, I think, left in the third period. That's the second of the game and second of the preseason. And that was just a quick shot, and that may have been deflected by Toronto Maple Leaf stick. Not the best angle. No, I think it was just roofed. I don't think Bernier could see very well. But yes, 5:28 left in the third now. Toronto doesn't have a lot of time. They have to make a quick goal at least. And that's see? They know what to do. Get shots on goal. Corbinian Holzer with a slap shot. Looked like Mrazek had a bit of trouble seeing that one. But now TJ Brennan with the puck. Shielding it. Tries to deke around Sproul, but that is intercepted. Lashoff now from behind is checked. Uh-oh. I think that was Bodie. And, oh, it's only going to be 2. Now is it for a 2-minute minor for checking from behind or for boarding? Because that looked like a bad play, to be honest. Bodie from behind. And no, it's going to be boarding. But it'll be interesting to see what the NHL says about that check. If they say anything at all, actually. Because it didn't look too ferocious. Oh, wow! Brennan, got demolished there. He was just standing still and... Oh, and that's a goal! Leo Komarov scores to make it 2-1 to Toronto. A short-handed goal off of a break. And that's going to be Komarov's first of the year. Short-handed goal. A deke to the outside and then a quick shot. Quick snapshot around to Keyser. And that just fooled Mrazek and he looked like a knuckleball there. Mrazek probably should have had that. I don't think the Detroit staff are going to be too happy about that goal. And that's a face-off win. Lyles now with the puck. They have some momentum now. Lyles split some of the defense there. Sorry, the forwards. But Smith is demolished by Colburn. And, oh, Komarov almost intercepted that puck. But now in the offensive zone is Detroit. And that's blocked. Oh, and it looks like Komarov is a breakaway. Komarov has to stop because Sproul caught up to him. If he hadn't caught up to him, that may have been the tying goal. And oh! That was just barely missed by Blacker. Blacker's had a nice game today. It'll be interesting to see if he's sent back down to the AHL after this game. But Detroit now back in the offensive zone. And Mason Raymond out on the PK. He hasn't had too much time this game. Just trying to settle into the Toronto atmosphere, even though it's in Detroit. This is his first game in a Leaf sweater after he only signed just Monday, as this is Wednesday. Oh, and that's a big check in the boards. I think, yes, that was Jesse Blacker who got hit by DeKeyser. DeKeyser's had an interesting game. He's been thrown around a few times, but he has had his own fair share of hits. Smith now with the puck. Smith is looking for a hattie. He could get it if the Toronto Maple Leafs pull their goalie, but it doesn't look like it as Abdelkader's in the Toronto zone now. 10 seconds left. Doesn't look like Toronto's going to get possession. And that's a tip shot, and that almost went in. Bernier had a tough time with that shot. There's been no fights this game yet. Oh, and it looks like Paul Ranger wants to go to Abdelkader, and he's going to go with him. Here we go, our first fight and probably the only fight of the game as there's 1 second left in the game and Paul Ranger looks mad for some reason. He's throwing some haymakers. Abdelkader's trying to fight back. Abdelkader looks bruised more than Ranger, and that's so as Abdelkader goes down. Paul Ranger, not really known for fighting, but he is larger than some people, and he probably could throw him with some guys who could fight like Abdelkader. And it was Ranger who initiated that fight. I think Ranger just wanted to have something for the Toronto Maple Leaf fans to cheer about tonight, as they will likely lose this game with 1 second left and a defensive zone face-off. Trevor Smith, and that's going to be the end of your game. The Detroit Red Wings have defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-1 here tonight. We'll have post-game interviews with key players. An example of one would be Brendan Smith tonight. And again, like we said earlier, it'll be interesting to see what Brendan Shanahan has to say about that Bodie check from behind. But that's going to be the end of our broadcast here tonight. Don Cherry will be with you after the game, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.